Greetings from the land of Canada. My name is Nooch, and welcome to Halo Reach Snipers. I was playing this game with Mitch the other day, and legitimately I had so much fun playing this game that I just had to upload it, guys. Honestly, it's been 10 years since I've posted my last gameplay commentary for Halo Reach, and honestly, I have to say, this game has aged tremendously well. And I mean, one of the only reasons why I'm playing it right now is because I haven't downloaded Halo 3 yet. But like, once I get that, oh baby, you better believe what I'm going to be streaming. Or at least like playing at least a little bit. But yeah, I just want to make this video just as an old school sort of throwback to the old style of YouTube videos of gameplay commentary. Just so I can like sit here, talk to you guys about some personal stuff while, you know, we have this gameplay in the background that you can all enjoy. And yeah, Mitch is but why dude in this game because he doesn't have Bajan Canadian. He like lost the password for that account just like he lost the passwords for ASF. So I mean, just a little bit of lore for you guys. One of the reasons why we haven't posted on that channel in like 10 years around the same time that I haven't posted on this is that he just, you know, doesn't have the password for it and he can't recover it because Google sucks and they think that he's like an imposter or something. It's not your channel, you know. There's only like 700 videos with your voice in it, you know. It's definitely not like just an easy password reset. Anyways, not so much about that. I wanted to talk about like where everybody's been, how have you guys been doing, and like how the pandemic has sort of affected all of us. Personally, I mean, it could have been worse, I want to say, because I haven't been affected by like, let's say, a loss in the family or something. And I just want to extend my condolences to anyone out there who have actually experienced that, because that just sounds awful. And it sounds very, it sounds like one of the worst things that could come out of this pandemic. And I just want to say that people out there who have suffered like that, I feel for you, and we're all in this together, and hopefully things get better. You know, vaccines are coming out soon. We're gonna have a lot more like safety precautions against this stuff. People are starting to realize that, you know, masks are actually pretty good. This is actually kind of a funny connection that people made. It's like wearing a mask is sort of like wearing pants, you know, except that like instead of like, you know, it being clothing on your on like your legs or whatever, it's on your face and it protects people against, you know, instead of seeing your junk, it's like your actual breath is the thing that's transmitting the virus. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, guys. I've been holding up in my apartment. I haven't been really doing much of anything, you know. I kind of lost my job at the start of the pandemic because they closed down the offices. We're not allowed to, you know, work in closed spaces with a lot of people anymore. So we switched to a what is it called? I was gonna say in-house, but it's actually it's got a different name than that. Work from home, right? They actually started a work from home initiative at the job that I was working at, and the thing is, I always work on night shifts. So I'm always working from like, you know, 3 p.m. to midnight, either that or I like to start at noon. But for the work from home job that they gave me, I had to start at 9 o'clock. And for me, that's impossible. I haven't been able to get up that early since I was in school. And it was really bad because there's just no motivation at that point. When you wake up at 9 o'clock, you sign into your thing, you say that you're there, and then you just go back to sleep. And I felt so bad about doing that like I had to quit before people like sort of caught on to the fact that I legitimately just wasn't working from home. So that was one of the only reasons, by the way, why I came back to YouTube and wanted to do Twitch streaming again, is because I just ran out of options for how I wanted to like spend my time, because I couldn't work from home just because of how bad it was for me and my mentality and like my sleep schedule and stuff. It was so bad. The only reason why I liked my job before is because of how much fun it was to go into the office and talk to people and like play the games, and you know, like you have that 8 hours of your day that you spend outside. But if it's like from your own home, they're so drastically different. And I know you might probably say that, but you're still working from home. You're still like doing YouTube and stuff like that and making videos. Yeah, but the difference is like there's nobody that's telling me what to do in this sense, you know. Like there's nobody that's like forcing me to wake up early so that I can have a job. And like it's just so bad. I know that a lot of people are probably gonna call me like privileged or something to be able to say that, to be able to say, you know, you can quit your job during a pandemic and you still have like a decent fallback. Which, I mean, I don't know if you would be right about that. I'm definitely sort of on the same page as you when it comes to like calling me out for doing that. And I definitely, you know, like I feel for people who've lost their jobs and don't have the same options that I do. So like in that sense, I wanna sort of like also extend my condolences to anything that has happened to people during the pandemic for that. And this is just basically what I wanted to do, right? Like I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to be a Twitch streamer back in the day, and I succeeded. I was like top of the game back in the day, you know, like 2013, 2012. It was amazing. Those were like the glory days of YouTube. And I think one of the main reasons why I fell off was because of my lack of networking. After a couple of my friendships sort of fell through, because back when just collaborating with people was the absolute best way to get like exposure and to get new viewers on your channel. It was like super cool to like meet people at conventions and talk to people and get to know them and like develop friendships and stuff. And you can't really do that anymore now because of the pandemic. But also, you know, back when there wasn't a pandemic, I did that frequently, and it was great, and I met so many cool people, and it was epic. But the problem with that was that I ended up developing like close relationships with a lot of people, and some of those ended up falling through, and I couldn't really like work anymore at that point with those collaborations anymore because of how poorly those friendships ended. So I'm not gonna go into any names, and like people might be able to explain it in the comments because I have mentioned it on other videos. But let it be known that if there was more of an option to collaborate and to make group videos with people, then I would have stuck with it for a very long time. And that was the main reason why I quit, is because my videos became more solitary. They became more what can I build on my own, instead of how I can collaborate with people, how I can interact with them, you know, start like just any sort of like entertaining drama or whatever I could do in a dual commentary to make it interesting and entertaining. I don't have the same effect in a single player commentary or game. So being able to like socialize properly and to not lose out on friendships is like a skill in life that can take you very far, because it'll like, you know, you'll get rewarded for your loyalty instead of being punished for it. Where I feel like I was being punished for my loyalty because I was too like stuck on the group of friends that I had made, and I wouldn't move on to like new projects and meet new people and like try to collaborate with other people. And even now I feel more reserved, and I feel more like close to my own self, where I can't really like talk to people as easily as I can, and I can't like extend myself to like, I can't open up to new people is what I'm trying to say. So that's why it's so hard for me to get back in the game, because I can't do collaborations with people anymore, because the trust factor that I used to have is just gone. So I mean, the gameplay is wrapping up, and I think this has been like a rather enlightening 8 minutes for you guys, 9 minutes, whatever. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. It's really cool. Let me know in the comments and like the video if you guys want to see more of this sort of stuff, and like more like just me opening up about like the past of my YouTube and like all that sort of stuff. And I would really like it if you guys showed some feedback in that regard. But also maybe talk about a little bit about like any questions you guys have about like my previous YouTube life, and maybe I can like make a follow-up video to this explaining some of that sort of things, some of those things. And other than that, I really hope that you guys are, you know, staying strong out there, staying motivated, staying safe, and overall, just the pandemic has hit us all differently, but it's hit us all negatively. It's so hard to find people who are just thriving in this environment. Which, if you have been, let me know in the comments what you've been doing for that. And thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a good one. Peace.